What's up, Taiwan? How's it going? I'm Jaime Ocon with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan has made it clear it will not allow Chinese aircraft into its territorial airspace. If there is an incursion, Taiwan's defense ministry will deem it a first strike by China and will take countermeasures. Bing Wang reports.
This is now a daily routine. Chinese military aircraft flying into Taiwan's Air Defense Identification Zone, or ADIZ, an area which extends beyond territorial airspace. When incursions take place, Taiwan's Air Force scrambles jets in response. It's become a usual exercise. But Taiwan's military is watching to see if Chinese planes encroach deeper, past the ADIZ and into the 12 nautical miles deemed Taiwan's territorial airspace by international law. Especially after China's military, or the PLA, conducted unprecedented large-scale drills surrounding Taiwan in August, which the Taiwanese Defense Ministry saw as China shattering the already strained status quo.
共军它的任何飞航实体的侵入，经过广播示警，仍强行进入我的领空，或者是外岛的限制空域的时候，将视同为其对我的第一击。
After the first strike, the Defense Ministry said it would launch countermeasures. What those countermeasures are were not clarified. Some military experts agree with the ministry's definition of first strike.
他来的非常迅速，他可能来一下绕一圈就走，但他已经可能拍到了很多这个画面哦。那对他来说，他已经达到他这个袭扰的目的。那所以你这个他如果能够这个很有效率的这个立刻加以处置呢，其实这个对于国军官兵来说，能够立刻排除这样的相关的这种威胁。
With tensions between Taipei and Beijing at the highest in decades, Taiwan hopes that defining its red lines will prevent China from further breaching them, or such an offense will be taken as an intentional strike. Patrick Chen and Bing Wang for TaiwanPlus.
The International Monetary Fund has raised its forecast for Taiwan's GDP growth this year to 3.3%. That would see Taiwan's GDP per capita become the highest in East Asia, outperforming Japan for the first time. Eugene Huang has more.
Taiwan is currently one of the world's best performing economies. That's according to the latest report from the International Monetary Fund, or IMF. The organization has raised its forecast for the island's economic growth this year to 3.3%, and with it, Taiwan's GDP per capita. That figure is the country's total economic output divided among its population. And for the first time in over a decade, Taiwan is set to overtake neighbors Japan and South Korea on this key metric. But people on the streets of the capital Taipei say they aren't feeling the change.
超越日韩吗？
是刚刚才知道，感觉不太出来哎。
因为薪水没有涨啊。
啊，确实，
薪水都一样，
好像没有什么生活突然变得更好的感觉。
Any increase in salaries has been eaten up by inflation. The war in Ukraine and hiking interest rates globally have affected prices around the world, and Asia is no exception. The IMF's latest data shows that inflation will reach 5.5% in South Korea, 3.1% in Taiwan, and 2% in Japan. But overall, Taiwan may face a smaller problem compared to its Asian neighbors.
台湾这2年受到疫情的影响比较小。台湾在疫情的第1年经济成长率还有3%，第2年是6%，明年跟后年我们的成长率预计也会超过韩国跟日本。所以第一个你的经济成长率高，第二个你的汇率贬的又没有人家多，所以你的国民所得相对起来的话，当然会比他们高的一些。
Taiwan's semiconductor industry, the world's most advanced, has led much of the country's economic growth over the past 2 years. Chip-making giant TSMC's third-quarter revenue surpassed both its main rivals, South Korea's Samsung and the United States' Intel. With so much money concentrated in one industry, many workers feel like they are missing out.
可能是有钱人变有钱了，可能是底下的员工还是赚了一样多，因为时薪也没有调整多少，就是等于是被有钱人拉高平均而已，对我们这些人来说。
As Taiwan now ends pandemic restrictions and rejoins the rest of the world, it will have to find a way to balance economic growth across different sectors. The country has been shielded from much of the economic turmoil seen across the globe over the past 2 years, but tougher times may still lie ahead. Klein Wang and Eugene Huang for TaiwanPlus.
Semiconductor giant TSMC has received a 1-year license which will allow it to access U.S. chip-making equipment for its facility in Nanjing, China. New Biden administration rules require licenses for any U.S. products being used for advanced chip-making facilities in China. The U.S. export controls are part of Washington's initiative to slow down Chinese tech gains. But the U.S. has granted licenses to TSMC and other companies in the sector to avoid disruptions to the semiconductor supply chain. Visually impaired students face many challenges in the classroom. Now, a Taiwan university has come up with a way to make at least one subject more accessible. Eric Gao reports.
Making learning math easier for the blind. National Taiwan Normal University has developed a new system to help blind students communicate about the subject with their sighted peers and teachers.
我们会听到它这个式子，然后呢，我们点字上面摸到的也会是正确的数理点字，所以3个东西就可以整合在一起，就是明眼的符号，然后语音还有点字，我们都可以互相做沟通。
The system is called Access 8 Math, or A8M. It was developed to help the first fully blind student to study at the university's math department in about 8 decades.
如果要跟同学做同侪的交流啊、讨论，或者是老师要看你写的东西，如果他们都不会数学点字的话，其实都没有办法跟你做一些互动。
Because A8M requires a computer, developers say it's only suitable for students in at least the high school level. They're working to improve the system to help more blind students get into math. Rick Yi and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
A coffee expert from Taiwan has taken a top prize at this year's Melbourne World Coffee Championships. It's taken her years of dedication to master all the skills needed to make it to the top of the coffee world. John Vetriez has her story.
The 2022 World Brewers Cup champion is representing Taiwan, Sherry!
A moment of victory. Master coffee brewer Sherry Xu of Taiwan raises a golden coffee pot trophy, her prize for winning the World Brewers Cup at the 2022 Melbourne World Coffee Championships.
我有一点慢了几秒之后才反应过来，原来是叫我。
Getting to first place has taken a lot of perseverance. She first got serious about coffee brewing in 2016. By 2019, she was good enough to win a national championship. But her world championship bid that same year only saw her take 5th place. The pandemic left her unable to compete abroad for 2 years. But during that time, she has perfected her art.
做咖啡的人并不是只是煮咖啡，他要对 science、对物理、对很多的生活科学跟很多的人文风土都要非常认识。还有就是说，我们在很多的这个培训上面，那除了选手之外，也要很重要的是这个评审。
Having to pull off an award-winning performance amid a pandemic and in a place as different from Taiwan as Australia presented challenges.
找豆子这方面，因为疫情真的是增加了蛮多的困难点，像温湿度和台湾有很大的不同，然后这样子也会对于我们在准备的这些豆子也会有不一样的变化，这个是我们要在当地一直不断的去测试。
She now takes her place among a growing number of expert Taiwanese coffee brewers and tasters making their mark at global competitions like this one, and bringing the sweet taste of victory back home. Patrick Chen and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, we leave you with the images of French Spider-Man Alain Robert. The free climber scaled one of Barcelona's highest skyscrapers with his son. I'm Jaime Ocon. Take care and see you next time.